everyone. My name is Lana. I'm Ukrainian. I've been living in Switzerland for the last 5 years. Basically, so I'm able to travel right now. So as like I was introduced before, I wear many hats. But what I would usually say by myself, I'm just big beer enthusiast because I love everything about beer. Actually, I've got myself a job offering a brewery to do a beer running club. I said, yeah, okay, if you will manage it, like we are sponsoring the beer. And then 2 months later, they said, like, okay, do you want to work for us? So yeah, but then I tell people that I like beer, and they discover that I'm Ukrainian, I'm Slavic, like, don't you people drink only vodka there? Like, well, this is a bit embarrassing, but Ukraine is such a huge country. We have everything. We have grapes for wine, we have apples for cider, we have honey for mead, we have kvass, we have beer, we have distills. So basically we drink everything with alcohol. So it doesn't have to be just one drink. We can enjoy all the bounty of the nature and human labor. So we basically don't have any drink of preference. And my beer story is actually a love story because it started on my honeymoon in Prague, where I've got a glass of dark Czech lager. And I said, oh, okay, this is how beer can taste. I need to know more about it. And it was like more than 15 years ago, and still learning so much more about it. And it's like a black hole where you jump off the white rabbit like an Alice, and that's it, you've done. So I just started to try to find books about beer. All my vacation became beercation. Everything rotating around beer. Like, okay, not like, oh, which museum should I say? Like, which breweries are there? So that's the main thing I do right now. And I try to taste local beers, to learn about them. Obviously, history of beer, because I was curious how it all started. Like, what makes a good beer? Like, quality of beer, everything. Like, I was just completely enamored by beer, and I'm still is. But also I found out that I can't talk to many people about my passion because there was not that much information in Ukrainian about beer. And I'm pretty sure you all can relate, but at least half of you are international, and probably your first language is not English, which is mostly the language of everything written about beer, all the new things, new technologies, new science, history, almost everything is in English. And I started to translate articles, to do lectures, to do tastings. Basically, now almost all books in Ukrainian on the market, I translated them. Because I really wanted more people to get into beer, just to be able to geek out about it. Of course, it's like super fun just to drink and enjoy beer, but sometimes you just want to share this like deep passion, like, oh, I want to know why this beer is exactly this, like why it tastes like this, or like just not talking only to brewers about like some technicalities and very special things. I want to talk with my friends about it. And this is how it started. And I couldn't take any official education anywhere because it was very expensive. So I educated myself, and this is why I've got to be a BGCP judge, because it's basically for free. You just have to drink. And, well, of course, travel and read, but you don't have to pay for tuition. And I became a first Cicerone, like beer server, and then certified, because I also didn't have to take any paid courses for that. I just kept reading, translating, by the way, and everything. So that was my way of trying to also set an example. So you don't have to be rich to have an access to information. You can talk to people, you can read. Actually, the course on beer quality I took in UC Davis, which I'm enormously grateful for. So I've got I got chosen for to participate in the program UC Davis doing. That was my first official education. So now I can was like, yeah, I know some stuff about beer officially. But this thing officially should never keep any person from being a great beer specialist, because your knowledge, it doesn't depend on your gender, color of your skin, your nationality, where you're from. If you're dedicated, you can educate yourself as well, and it's super fun and super cool that you are here getting a proper education. So more people can get into geeky talks like me with you, like bringing like knowledge to the next generation, not only about like getting a profession, but also spreading the gospel. I don't know, like, and this is also very cool that so many people from different countries are here as well. Again, coming back to sharing the knowledge, you can do it for your country. You can translate, you can invite people, you can walk them around. And like, this is very important because, for example, like many countries have absolute treasures nobody know about. For example, that African beer, that Nepalese beer, like every type of historical stuff. Let's like Kvike. Everybody, like, now everyone knows about Kvike, but just 10 years ago it was like absolutely unknown weird thing in Norwegian villages. Nobody know about it. And now, like, so many commercial breweries taking advantage of this fantastic strain of yeast, which behaves completely different from everything people knew for a very, very long time. And another thing is, let's say, local styles. I know about Katarina Sauer and jumping on that, like, Brazil is not up and coming, is running like a sprint. Like, I think it's just like the biggest and fastest growing beer industry in the world, and you guys have everything. I've been 2 years ago and like, what the heck? I just read about hop terpenes and they are brewing beer with it already. So it's like, it's super fun, especially when people share their like traditional, not traditional, but local styles. They can be very new, like Katarina Sauer, Dorada Pampeana, beer with sake leaves, fantastic stuff, like Italian grape ale. All of them are pretty new, so, and it's so much more exciting to have more new styles, because craft beer or like new wave beer or independent, call it whatever you want, because like sometimes they're just like so confusing how to call it. It can be, the first idea was to get rid of similarity, beer tasting the same. And like the more variety we have, the better. It doesn't mean like only variety in people representation, like females, people of color, different nationalities in beer culture, but also taking something they have and showing it off to the world. So like in the last few years, I've been doing like a campaign myself. So we are trying to get Ukrainian golden ale recognized as a local style. And like, I know it's like a very long way and nobody knows like what was first, egg or chicken. So do you need to first to make people know about the beer, or do you need like guidelines to list the style so people know about it, like, oh, this is a new style, like let's just brew it for the novelty of it and like maybe we will like it. So I don't know how long it will take, but I'm still hopeful. And sometimes doing like just being in the industry can be frustrating or intimidating, because there is not many people like you, you don't see representation, you can kind of relate, and you can be a bit scared, or I don't know, like I have imposter syndrome for all my life, and like I still have, and like but I still try to fight it, because like recently I started judging international beer competitions like 6 or 7 years ago, and now people talk a lot about representation. So they want more females judging, more people of colors judging, and I've been told a few times like, oh, you are just walking bingo, you're a female and you're Ukrainian, so everyone wants to have you. And I was like, what the heck? I want people to have me because I know stuff. I can be a good professional. It doesn't matter like maybe I'm a frog from, I don't know, from Amazonas, also very underrepresented, but I want to be good at what I'm doing. And so this is what I'm like, this is my message. Don't let people intimidate you, no matter who you are. It doesn't make you or define you as a professional.